Live League Game of the Day, featuring mahizzle1 as Hawke versus Don't Lose Hope as Sasha.
Welcome back to the channel, folks. Semi-original guy here, aka Mr. Cannon from AWBW, bringing you another Live League Game of the Day. Today, folks, we are playing on a map called Truth Is, because the truth is I think this used to be a high funds match. I believe this was a high funds map. Now, maybe something has changed on this to make it a standard match, but it's standard right now, folks. It's not high funds. We have mahizzle1 versus Don't Lose Hope. Now, I have a lot of history with these two players. mahizzle1, I fought mahizzle lots and lots of times in the Live League, especially the early days of the Live League. Big fan of mahizzle. I like mahizzle. I call him Friendly Mahizzle. He's a good guy. If you ever see mahizzle, tell him Semi says hello and that he's a good guy. Now, if you're mean to mahizzle, then I'm not going to forgive you, because that's very mean to do. Now, Don't Lose Hope is another player that I have seen much in the Live League, and I played them a lot way back in the day as well. Now, Don't Lose Hope is, I don't know for sure, folks. I could be shooting in the wind here, but I think Don't Lose Hope is an alt. I believe that they're an alt of somebody. I don't know who. Can't prove it, but I think they're an alt of somebody. Now, regardless of the fact, I remember having one game against Don't Lose Hope. I think it was Don't Lose Hope. And I'm just never going to talk about that game ever again. But you know what? They're a pretty friendly person as well. So if you ever see them playing in the Live League, tell them Sammy says hello. And to good luck, have fun. Now, when we take a look at this map here, folks, Truth is a mixed-based matchup. And it is a very complex mixed-based matchup, because there's multiple fronts that you can fight on and multiple avenues to go. Now, we have a weak side over here and a weak side over here for both teams, and the strong side is right here, but it's a very interesting strong side because you can choose to go whichever direction you want to go. Now, obviously, you have to go up here because you do have an immediate threat over here a little bit, but then there's all this down here. So once you manage to capture all these properties, then you have two airports over here, which are able to either full force go over here and attack this area, or they can go up here and attack this area. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these players decide to actually use the airports in this, because they can make or break the game. Tell me, folks, make or break the game. Now, in addition to that, if you have your enemy focus way too much over here and maybe hold the line over here but not really progress much, that allows for this two-base side over here to gain full control over this area. Now, if they manage to get full control over this area and you're spending all your time up here, well, what's right over here, folks? Boom! It's a headquarters that you can go and capture. So you gotta watch out for that, folks. There's a lot of angles of attack, lots of potential for front shifting. Now, the center is kind of an annoying area of the front shift because there's multiple forests, and everybody knows that moving through forests is absolutely terrible. And you don't want to do it unless you're forced to. But either way, mahizzle1, we're going to see if he's going to lose hope or not in this battle here, folks. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what went down in the Live League today. On the first few days, folks, you all know the deal. It's the standard infantry builds, because you got to get the infantry on the field. It's the #1 priority in Advanced Wars by Web. #2 priority, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for all that hot Live League action, folks. Now, we're going to be capping one of the cities over here. Mandatory cap, so your opponent doesn't get too much income on you. So there it is. Mandatory capture has been captured. And now we already have Don't Lose Hope pushing the infantry up and capping the port, which is a very interesting play here. It would appear that Don't Lose Hope doesn't want Mr. mahizzle1. He doesn't want mahizzle to go over there and get their port. So they've decided to bust out the recon, which is an interesting buy. Recon is going to temporarily hold that port. Whether or not it's going to hold the port for a long time is another question, but it would appear like maybe Don't Lose Hope, they're planning on going somewhat heavy on the top side of the map here. So we're going to see if that's going to be a long-term solution or if it's just going to be a short-term solution to a long-term problem. Got a tank on the field over here from mahizzle, immediate counter to the recon, but don't lose hope. They got 10k in the bank. They're going to be able to buy some kind of a tank. There it is, folks. We got a tank. Both players are actually kind of pushing the middle of the map now, which is very, very nice, very interesting, very good. You want to be pushing the center of the map. And there's some potential for interrupting over here for mahizzle, but I don't know if mahizzle really wants to go in for it, but he's in kind of a tricky situation right now here. Very tricky situation, because what he can do, a couple moves. There's a couple moves he can do. He can move over here and get the interrupt, and then you can try to go for this capture, go for the airport, or you can go back for this capture, push this infantry forward over here to immediately block this tile so that he can attack over here. If the Don't Lose Hope infantry decides to go in, obviously he can bring the tank over here or bring the tank up here to start doing some damage. Can't attack this guy right away, but he can put it in a position to ward it away, which is basically just as good. But if he goes in for this attack, he's going to get jumped over here. And if he goes in for this capture, I believe he's going to get jumped right here. So we got ourselves a little bit of a tricky situation. So let's see how he decides to navigate this situation, folks. He's a class act captain, this guy. He's an excellent navigator. He's going to go for the capture, builds another tank, and then we're going to go the safe route, folks. We're going to go the safe route, safe counter attack route. That's where we're going right now. Let's see if it pays off for him. Got Don't Lose Hope going for the port and is blocking with the recon. So the recon is going to get hit by the tank, probably. Might even get destroyed by the tanks. He could go in for the double and just take out the recon right now. Essentially, the recon has done his job at this point, which is secure the port. That's all that he's planning on doing here, folks. He just wants to secure the port, and that's it. mahizzle does have the opportunity to attack this infantry down here and sort of ward it away. I don't think he's going to be keeping this port long term here. This is a short term port capture. It's not going to get it long term, but Don't Lose Hope has gone in here and attacked this infantry. So the interrupt that I thought was going to happen has actually happened, which is going to result in the loss of this infantry here. So very unfortunate, but the recon has been taken out. There is a potential HQ cap threat right now, so Don't Lose Hope does have to address this immediately before it becomes a problem. Let's see what they decide to do here. The Penguins are moving up. The tank has moved in and has done the damage. Now there's a capture that is going to occur here. This capture is going to be a thwarted, though. It's going to be a thwarted capture because there's a double hit over here, plus a tank occupation on the city for a first strike on this tank right here, which is going to be absolutely huge. Absolutely huge. It's going to be the biggest attack you've ever seen in Advanced by Web, folks. Let's see it happen. Alrighty, folks. Is he going in for it? Yeah, he's going in for it, folks. You know it. You know that Mr. mahizzle1 is going to be going in for that attack. Does flipping 60% damage to the tank. Fat hits, folks. Fat hits. That's what it's all about. You haven't seen a hit this fat since flippin' Cheech and Chong, folks. That was a huge one. Alrighty. Let's see what the next move is. The next move is to end the turn. Okay, that kind of... I don't know. Maybe, I feel like maybe he wants to go in for the port capture, but if he goes in for the port capture, there is a comm tower here. Don't Lose Hope. He's playing Hawke. He's going to be able to double tap this, take it out. But if he double taps and takes it out, he is going to sort of get hit by a few guys over here. So... I don't know. Maybe he just doesn't want to do it. Maybe he just doesn't want to go in for that. He's not a gambling person. He's just a player. He's just a common, normal player with normal, common player needs. You know, he doesn't want to be losing units. He wants to be destroying units. But it is now day 8. It's now day 8. Now, I say that he doesn't want to be destroying units, but he's been destroying units, folks. He's destroyed several units over here. He or she, I don't know. If my hunch is correct about this Don't Lose Hope person, I believe that Don't Lose Hope might be a she. But that's if my hunch is correct. I'm not sure. I can only say what I feel, and what I feel is that I think I might know whose ult this is. If it is an ult, but it might not be an ult, so I'm just not gonna go too deep into the speculation territory over here. But I think I might know. I might know. I might not know, though. Oh my god. Mahizzle. Triple tank strike up north, folks. Huge. Absolutely huge. That basically stops the entire push over here from Don't Lose Hope. Now, Don't Lose Hope could potentially go in with one of the tanks and attack. It's going to result in some pretty significant drawbacks, some pretty significant counterattack. There is the possibility that maybe Don't Lose Hope could... I'm not necessarily condoning these movements, folks, but you could buy a black boat, which will sort of help you out a little bit, but not like a lot. But it's kind of... While it's a temporary fix, it's not like a long-term solution, so you don't really want to do it too bad. It just depends. You know, sometimes you can do it depending on how bad your situation is, but most of the time, you know, just buy a tank. Just buy a tank, folks. That's all you need. All right. Now, unfortunately, this tank has been struck down to 1 HP, which is not really the greatest, folks. Not really the greatest. Mahizzle found the move. He builds a battlecopter, folks. Man. This man's busted out a battlecopter. Also, it's important to note here, folks, both players are actually sitting at 14 minutes and 12 minutes, respectively, for time. And it is now day 9. So, you know what? They're doing peachy. They're doing absolutely peachy when it comes to the time here, folks. I am adoring their time management skills. Got a double strike on the infantry, and now Don't Lose Hope is in position to grab the airport. The second airport can be, oh my god, it can be acquired. A flippin' battleship, folks. A battle.
Is overstanding ruining your day? All front lines just got destroyed? Try
Battleships.
only 4 easy payments of 7,000 bucks, or for a special price of 28,000.
Advanced Wars TV does not take responsibility for any elo drops you might experience due to excessive use of battleships.
Buy Battleship. Folks, for those of you that don't know, there's a player in Advanced Wars by Web, good friend of mine. His name's Cinny, Cynical Boy, Recon TV, Recon Good, yes. Made a video one time about battleships. How if you're being pressed in a corner, try Battleship, and then he slaps a battleship on it, and then all of a sudden everything is okay. That's what we got here, folks. We are slapping a battleship on a big problem. And is it going to work? Is it going to hold the front? Well, the interesting thing about a battleship is it actually base locks this property right here, which is actually pretty cool. Pretty cool indeed. Now, the battleship can be shut down though. It can be shut down with artillery. You can get 2 artillery, maybe 3. It might take 3 artillery to do it. 3 artillery, maybe a battlecopter, you know, something like that. You could shut the battleship down, but not before the battleship causes a lot of aggravation to you. So, that's cool. Don't lose hope. You got my respect for busting out the battleship. Alright. Try Battleship. Love it. Anyways, is this tank oh, the tank escapes the battleship. Alright, folks. Take a drink every single time I say battleship. It's gonna be great. Alright. T-Copter has been acquired over here from Mr. Mahizzle. So he's going to be going for that comm tower. He wants the extra firepower, folks. He wants to be able to do the big blast attacks. That's what he's all about. Don't lose hope. It's day 10. Playing as Hawke. He's got that dirt face. Let's see what he does with it. Let me build a battlecopter. Of course. Now, the sad thing about the battleship is it's not actually going to be able to move. So it's going to be stuck here, just completely zoning out this area, which is, you know, it's okay. You know, it's okay. It's a big area to zone out, folks. I'm not saying it's not. It's a pretty big area. It's a very big battleship area. 1619. Bump, bump. 1619. That's how much time Mahizzle has here, folks. Maybe he's a Rey Mysterio fan. Maybe he's not. I have absolutely no idea. But he landed that timer perfectly. Alright. Ooh, he's going for another cap, folks. Now, there is the possibility that he might actually get this capture. Because if Don't Lose Hope it decides that they want to go in and interrupt, they have to use the 8 HP infantry, which is not actually going to do a whole lot of damage to this. It will get counterattacked and destroyed by the infantry, and a join cap will happen right afterwards. So there is definitely the possibility that this cap is going to go through. But we shall see, folks. We shall see in the long run whether or not it's going to be possible. The battleship is going to, or battleship, it's going to, I meant to say battlecopter, but I said battleship instead. So the battlecopter is going to be able to do some warding away, folks. It's going to make these tanks not be able to stay in this area long term. They're going to have to retreat down here to this area so that the anti-air can come over here, get in position in order to guard them. So maybe one of them will be able to stay up north and destroy the cap and infantry, but he's going to be losing it, folks. He's going to lose it. I don't think he's going to lose the battleship, though. It's not even close to in position to lose that right now. All right, day 12. Mahizzle moving in. And see, Don't Lose Hope builds the black boat down south in order to hold the property. See, I don't necessarily condone it. I do this move, actually, quite often. But you know what? I would say don't necessarily do what I do, folks. Do what I preach, not what I do. That's the important thing. Okay, we got bomber, folks. Absolute base bomber. Got it on the field. Don't Lose Hope. Day 12. Moving the infantry up. Feeling very confident about the infantry movements too. But the one thing you do have to understand when it comes to battleship warfare is the battleship is only going to be able to fire on one thing. So if you overwhelm the battleship, then you are going to have yourself a great time, folks, because you'll be able to destroy lots of units and you're only going to lose one in return. So that's another strategy that you can do. You can overwhelm the battleship with multiple units. All right. Putting massive threat on that HQ, folks. That HQ is under fire, folks. Oh my god. And now Don't Lose Hope is in a position where they could go and defend the HQ. But if they go and defend the HQ, there's the possibility they're going to lose their 2-base side. Oh, I don't know, folks. I don't know. I don't even know if that cap is really going to work. I don't think it's going to work. I mean, there's a bomber there. There's a bomber there. That's not going to work. Yeah, there's a bomber there. Why would we even try that? That's kind of interesting. So, okay, that's neat. So, Mahizzle doesn't actually dislodge his base. He moves the battlecopter over here so that it can actually block the road or one of these 3 tiles when he goes in for the HQ cap. That's kind of neat. Oh, he doesn't even go for the HQ cap yet because he's got no infantry that are fresh and able to do it yet. But now he does, folks. He's got flipping infantry everywhere, and Don't Lose Hope has lost hope and has given up the match here, folks. And probably about the right time because there's basically nothing that can stop this push now. The bomber's going to be able to rush in here. It's going to be able to either attack the battleship or it's going to be able to push over here and do massive damage. So as soon as he goes in for this attack, even if this fails, all he has to do is just push this up over here and he takes this side. Don't Lose Hope. Fantastic player. Played well. Mixed base maps are very, very difficult. And Sasha is basically a natural counter to Hawke. There's not really much that poor little Hawke can do most of the time. Now, if it's a standard straight out brawl map, Hawke can do pretty alright. But mixed base maps where every single amount of money you have really matters, and when Mahizzle is ahead by 24,000 funds to 15,000, yeah, it's about time to throw in the towel. But what a game, folks. What a game. What a player. Fantastic match. Hopefully you all enjoyed. If you did, consider leaving a like, a comment, or subscribe to the channel, folks. I'll see you on the next time. Take care of yourselves and buy another battleship.